the wrong people, because first of all, you shouldn't be hanging around niggas. These bitches ain't shit. Again, you are picking the wrong people to hang around because you're looking for a shortcut. If niggas and bitches is what you're finding, you, my friend, are the toxic entity, because all the niggas are doing what niggas do, and all the bitches are doing what bitches do. And if you in the midst of them, maybe you one of them, and if that's not what you want, extract yourself, heal yourself, and then come and deal with the brothers and sisters like me and the rest of the good people. What we have to do, this is just HRap's opinion. I don't have no PhD in a damn thing. I graduated, thank you, Lordy. So don't think I'm some smart guy, okay? I'm no summa cum laude or magna laude, but thank you, Lordy. But here's the deal. This is what I came up with, and I think we as a community can use this, or you know what, guess what? Take my blueprint or my outline, erase some of the stuff that you don't want, add in some things you like, just do something. The mission begins Wednesday morning, first and foremost. I'm going to say that again. Everybody go on the boat Monday, or today, Monday, and Tuesday. The real mission begins Wednesday. The reason the mission begins Wednesday, is because whoever gonna get that job, they got it already, right? In 2 years, we are gonna be replacing some senators. We're gonna be placing some people in the House of Representatives. And if you think, oh man, that's some BS, HRap, blah, blah, blah. This is one of the reasons I'm having this show today. We are gonna have a mini civics lesson. And this is another reason I'm going to drop crumbs. You go down the rabbit hole and educate yourself civically, because you need this information to be the best you for your. This is not, again, my demographic is people between about 35 and older. We're not doing this for us. We only got so much time left on Earth. We got about 35 summers left. If you got grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and younger cousins, this is why we need to do this. We need to create a village. First of all, allow me to take one step back. You hear the commander-in-chief consistently disrespect socialism. Scientific socialism is exactly what you are. It is, you are genetically predisposed to be that. It is a saying in Africa, I am because we are. That's socialism. This is what you are part of. Mobutu is the next saying. I am because we are. So when you hear people like this jackass and other damn fools go out here and diss socialism, that's because they don't want you working as a unit. And if you don't want to work as a unit, hey, look at what's going on around you. It's working alone, working for you. I doubt it. If you're part of my tribe or any tribe that is not well-to-do financially, working alone does not work well at all. So we must create a village. And with that village, you must talk to people that are around you. The way to create a village is this. You talk to the people around you and find out what they're good at. Again, I'm an immobilizer. I know how to talk to people. Hey man, I'm gonna need you to come on over here. You over here. I'm not an organizer. That's not my strong suit. So I need to talk. I need to get people in a circle, and then I need to talk to one of the homies or one of the sisters and say, hey, you are good. My homegirl, Ray Ray. Ray, you have a degree in how to run a non-profit. Well, me and you need to get together. I'm going to give you the plan, and you are going to organize it. And there are other people who have connections. I was talking to a good buddy today. I'm going to turn him into a friend. And he was talking about connecting. Talking to some of his connections about getting some of the things that me and him talked about up and going. You have people who work in the social work industry. You have people who work in philanthropic endeavors. You know people who work in finance. You know people who work in government. Get those people together. See, the African village works like this. There's a dude who can do the talking, and he might even be the attorney of the village. So when the police harass you, you go right to that dude's house, and he's going to help you. When you got somebody who works in social work, this person is trained on how to deal with people face to face, how to de-escalate things. Like the young brother who was murdered in Philadelphia by the police. Instead of calling the police, his mom could have called their sister and say, hey, what can we do? And she could have talked to him. It's a doctor in the village. The doctor could have said he's having a psychotic event. What we need to do is give him these, like the dude who I played at the top of the show, is, the Minister of Wellness, he's not a doctor, Daniel Jordan. I found out, not through him, but I found out through other channels, something that fights off depression is green apples. So we can talk to each other and enhance each other's lives. And use, as he states, the foods of the gods and food to change our moods, put us in a better state of mind, take some of this toxicity out of our body by reducing the intake of meat and things like that. See, when we use each other, we've created a village. This village is, thank you, this village is something that we have to construct. And then we hold each other to a specific standard. I'm listening to the brother Busta Rhymes on the show called Drink Champs today. It's a 4-hour episode, so of course I didn't get it done. Busta Rhymes spoke about the good old days. He talked about like when him and his buddies be standing on the corner blowing a cigarette. One of the homies' moms come through with some groceries. They grab the groceries. I remember that. You had to hide just the square or cigarette or your joint or whatever, put it out or whatever when the elders came through. It was a sign of respect. Those are the standards. Then we must educate each other on civics. That's what I was just talking about shortly, a little while ago. Civics are the most important thing. If you are going to stay in the United States of America, most of us have no plans on moving. This is our country. We built it, yada, 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 right? So if you have no plans on leaving, you need to learn how to work the system in order to put yourself in the best possible position. That is called civics. Understand that, no. This is why this election, let me tell you why this election is one of the most, it might be the most important election in the last 50 years. The reason it's so important is because we lead the world in health problems. And if the party of the Democrats lose, the president of the United States is going to remove the Affordable Care Act. You remove the Affordable Care Act, guess what happens? Pre-existing conditions, seeing how 4 million people have contracted the coronavirus, that's a pre-existing condition that has led to heart disease, kidney disease, lung disease, and others. So you're not going to be eligible for insurance anymore. The pseudo plan that your president has put out there leaves loopholes so insurance companies can say, no, you have a problem. A lot of us have high blood pressure. A lot of us have diabetes. Some of us have other illnesses that I'm not even going to speak about. So you're no longer insurable. So guess what? If you do get sick, what's going to happen? You can't afford to go to the doctor. Now you can't afford to go to the doctor. You poor, you sick. The following usually happens. You're dead. So not only that, this dude, Tim Scott, was on terrestrial radio bragging about how they're going to go for citizenship. What a lot of people haven't noticed, that they've deported a lot of people back to Haiti who were looking for asylum. They deported a lot of people back to Africa who were looking for the same thing. He also bragged that, and when people start to come here, we're going to ask them what their political position is. So what you need to do, if that's what you're going to do, I'm going to need you to go out there to Ellis Island and scrape all that bullshit from the bottom of the Statue of Liberty, because it means nothing. So while everybody's hollering and hemming and hawing about one or two things on the surface, These are the things that are brewing up under the water that is going to attack and potentially destroy you and your family. Because most people in our community eat pork. Most people in our community eat meat. Most people in our community don't eat enough vegetables, yours truly included. So, hey, these things are attacking you. This is what contributes to your cancer. This is what contributes to your high blood pressure. This is what contributes to your diabetes. These are the things. Meanwhile, McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, Popeyes, they're flourishing and we're diminishing. Another reason, this is another one. Roe versus Wade goes right back into the Affordable Care Act. But what you don't realize is we're getting closer and closer to this country being melanated 51%. That means if they don't stack the courts and create laws and keep your black and brown asses out of the country, they will no longer be able to destroy you through the courts and through law, because it'll be more you than them. Then it's straighten up or ship out, and nobody wants to give up power without a fight. That's why you got the Proud Boys and the Ku Klux and the skinheads and all these dudes mounting up. But what you don't realize is not as many of them as it is of you. Because guess what? Those dudes don't like Italian. They don't like Greeks. They don't like Spaniards. See, they are so ignorant to the point to whereas they have not realized that they are outnumbered. But they tell you you're part of a minority class. Again, civics works in your favor. 1965, that is the Naturalization Act. 60s, also with the Civil Rights Act. See, these are the underlying issues that you must educate yourself on, and then you'll understand what's going on around you. Over 250 judges have been placed in place. So, that affordable amount, that 1993 crime bill that everybody argued about. So when you go to appeal your case, one of these undercover Proud Boys, or one of these undercover racists, or one of these undercover white nationalists, same thing, those are synonyms. They are sitting on the bench saying, nah, you need to stay your black ass in jail. You got a woman who intentionally called herself a part of a group, and they call women handmaidens, and they have no place in leadership. She's sitting on the Supreme Court right now. Had we gone to vote the midterms during Barack Obama's presidency, you would have other people sitting in that place. The irony is, it's a chance that had we gone to vote during midterms and taken over the Senate during the Barack Obama era, Kamala Harris might be a Supreme Court justice. Another reason you need to know civics, because these things will help you in the future. You don't have to see what we have to do as a community is stop having to like a politician. He's an employee. You don't have to like him. Just do what I say, or we're going to replace you. Again, this is a 10-step program. Step 1 is Tuesday. As a matter of fact, step 10 is Tuesday, and we count down. We have to be civically engaged. We have to understand who we're dealing with, and all politicians are crooked. We have no permanent allies. We only have permanent issues. Shout out to our ancestor, John Henry Clark. That is gospel. So you can continue to do this dance and pretend that these things are not happening, have these surface arguments and these crackers this and that. But if you ain't ready to head up, you better get in the game and work your number the best way you can. Period. The next thing, Wednesday morning, everybody needs to be finding out when the next city council meeting is, when the next alderman meeting is, when the next committeeman meeting is, all this stuff. We need to go to their websites and find out what their game plans are, right? The reason you need to do that is because you need to know what they said they were going to do for you and hold their